Hello, everybody, and welcome to another e-workshop, a Nail Talk Live e-workshop international, especially for our international audience. And tonight I have really a treat for you because Natalia Gritsenka, our trainer of trainers, international trainer, and also part of the Magnetic Art Studio, is here together with her model Chrisje, and she will show us how to work with Shape-its, but in a way that will prevent leakage of the artificial product underneath the natural nail. So a very interesting e-workshop, and this will also enable you to create very thin, very strong and durable nails. Of course, we have a homework challenge for you. I don't have any winners because, of course, we postponed the e-workshop of 2 weeks ago due to the semi-finals of the Dutch soccer team. And I have two new products to show you this evening. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to shape it, rock it, and fiber it. Let's get started. So, of course, about 2 months ago, we launched the magnetic Shape-its, which is a different word for dual forms. And with these Shape-its, we've done quite some e-workshops and live lessons here in the Netherlands, but throughout Europe. We also trained our trainers worldwide, and one of the people that trains all the trainers in magnetic is, of course, Natalia Gritsenka, together with Jose and with Cerisa. In the whole pre-project of the Shape-its, Cerisa and Natalia worked a lot together, finding out the best way to use the Shape-its. And when you use Shape-its, there are a couple of problems. One of them could be leakage underneath the natural nail with the artificial product that is inside the Shape-it. And at a very early stage, Natalia figured out a way to work with Shape-its that is quite unique and that will prevent this overexposure. Well, it is a little bit an advanced technique, but at the same time, we're really aiming back into our past because magnetic nail design was actually started by fiberglass. When May started when May started selling nail products, so that was even before magnetic nail design, May Liang started to sell nail products in the Dutch market. And the very first product line she introduced, and that's now 34 years ago, was a fiberglass system. And May actually has always loved the fiberglass system and used it a lot, taught it a lot throughout Holland and later also the rest of Europe. Well, that fiber strip is something that we still use to do repairs on natural nails, but Natalia will show us a technical way of using this together with the Shape-its. Natalia, welcome back in Nail Talk Live. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you're going to show your ideas.
Hello, everybody. So it's really nice to be tonight here with you, and also I want to show to you and explain you something that you can use in your work and also in your trainings if you do your trainings. This is about fiber stripe, and I also ask my colleague Krisha to be my model because she has very special nails, and I would like to show to you what I mean special, and also it will be easy, fast, and fun as usual with magnetic.
Yeah, fast, easy, but Chrisje has unusual nails. What kind of nails does Chrisje have?
So if we can see at the top shot, then you see that I already prepared one nail, and this is actually how we are going to work with our Shape-it on top of this. But here I would like to show to you what is special about nails. So you see that here we have stress point, and normally our stress point, they have to be a bit down. But
I will
Krisha,
try to see if I can zoom in a little bit,
okay.
just to make it a little bit more clear. Ooh, this
Oh,
is a little bit too much. Please bring it to the center,
yep.
and then I can see what's the maximum I can handle.
Yeah, I think
There
this
it comes. Is it there? Not yet.
not
Just,
yet. Yeah,
yeah.
That's totally in focus. So as you can see that our normal stress point, they have to be on this position. But now you see that they are a bit moved further away, a bit close to the cuticle.
Yeah, I can
Right.
see.
So, and this is not totally good idea to keep it this way. And while I will apply my fiber strip, you see that I applied it already a bit higher.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like recreating the sides of my nail, actually creating extra strength. So then it means that as a result we will have a nail that will not break, because usually if our stress point already destroyed, then we have a big chance for breakage the nail.
And what was the reason for that changed stress point?
So the reason is, don't laugh, but I totally understand why women do it. Because women don't like the condition of their natural nail or how their natural nail look like, and they are trying to file it a bit further or cut it a bit further away to make natural nail looking a bit slimmer. And then actually we're creating a problem, because then we don't have the stress point where they have to be, and they're a bit moved, and then we are losing their strength for our natural structure of the natural nail.
So, if I'm correct, we overfile the natural nail, and that making it nice and thin and tapered, but as a result, we overfile the stress point or cut it when it's a natural nail.
Yes, exactly. That's how it's is going. So if you still doing this, I would like to ask you, stop doing this and let you be how your mother nature actually created you, because then you will have a strong nail, and also we need this connection with the nail, because then if we are losing this, then also bacteria can go inside, and then we can have a lot of problem. And we can use the technique that I'm going to present you today.
Yeah, and the fiber mesh or the fiber strip, you're going to apply it from sidewall all the way to the other sidewall, actually going a little bit further than the sidewalls that are now there, because you want to compensate for that lost stress point.
Yes, exactly. So I'm trying just to restore these sidewalls, and at the same time, I want to be sure that my fiber strip is not touching the skin. Otherwise, actually, it also just to prevent the leakage on the skin, we cannot touch the skin with our fiber strip. But I'm going to show to you what I mean.
And Magda says in the comments that this is also a great technique when you want to work on nail biters. Thank you for this tip. And Peggy is also asking, can this also be the result of nail biting, probably here on the side of the nail?
Yeah, it's also it's a problem for biters, because when people biting their nails, they don't realize what they're doing, because they're too nervous or overstressed. So that's actually, it's not okay, but it's understandable why people doing this. But if you just can't control yourself, just stop doing this, and then it will be much better.
Okay, well, I want to see how Natalia is going to use the fiber strip. Do you already know how to use the fiber strip? Because there are some rules in this, and Natalia will explain.
Yeah, so I'm going to show, of course, that nail that we are going to make, it's already a nail for experienced people. It's not for beginners. So it's for people who already actually have some experience working with natural nails. And I will start to work with applying primer. So first I'm applying soft bond primer, gel polish bond, what you like, because I want to create adhesion. Then after this, I'm going to use base and top. You also can use blush glass gel, but I just prefer to use base and top because it's very thin gel.
Yeah.
And later, it also can make the fiber stripe, glass stripe looking more invisible. So after this, I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. Let's go to the lamp. And while I'm in the lamp, I'm going to cut actually the fiber stripe.
Okay, and is there a certain way how you have to cut it? Because the fiber strip is a self-adhesive.
Yes, it's a self-adhesive material that I'm going to remove first sticky residue from the base and top that I applied already and cured. So then this self-adhesive sticker will stick properly to the cured product.
Okay, Sylvia is also asking if you do this in one piece or in two piece because of the C-curve, but we are going to see how you do this.
Yeah. So I'm going to do it in one piece, and the reason is, you know, that just recently I fall down and actually I broke my wrist. And when I went to hospital, they applied the casket from this till here. So it means that when we're also making reinforcement of our nail, we have to like make bigger surface reinforced. So then actually it also will, how to say it, it also will hold the whole surface of your natural nail,
Yeah,
not only critical parts.
It will balance it by
Yeah.
making it a bigger. That's why a natural nail overlay is never only from here to there, but we need to have the balance in the whole structure, evening out the disbalance in the natural nail. Aleid says in the comments, Natalia taught me how to use the fiber strip in this way. It has been very useful several times with the little heart.
Yeah, super. Thank you, Aleid. So, and now let's cut it. So you see that, you know that we have silk strip and also fiber strip. Now I'm going to use fiber. And I will just cut it like that. And also when you're using your fiber strip, don't forget that you have to keep the whole strip in a foil just to prevent touch with your dust, because you know that we
And
are
you also
very
don't want
dusty.
to touch it with the skin, eh?
Don't touch your skin, and you see that I'm just working with clean gloves, and if you are going to use dusty gloves, change your gloves, please.
Yeah, because if the fiber strip gets dust on it or fat from the skin of the hands, it may stick a little bit less and the structure will not be perfect anymore. So, a good note to take.
Yeah, and first I have to remove sticky residue with prep and wipe.
Magda is asking if you could also use silk strips.
Yeah, that's possible. That's absolutely possible. I have been using silk and I have been using fiber. Both are good.
Well, the natural nail already looks very nice.
Yes, because magnetic making magic.
What is the difference between fiber strips and silk strips? Is a question from Tsvia Matsor.
So the difference is that you see that when we are applying fiber stripe, then we also can see these like fibers, and it looks, yeah, it's a bit rougher comparing to the silk.
Yeah, silk is a finer mesh. It's a little bit more difficult to make it invisible silk, while fiber is made specifically for that. The spaces between the fiber particles is bigger, so it's easier to make it disappear when you use gel. And that's also a question of Peggy Coppens. She understands that you're using base and top. Is rubber base too flexible? No, the point is that the base and top is very thin, and then it goes in between everything, making it invisible or almost invisible. Okay, cutting it. So you stuck it to the nail, and now I see a scissor.
So, and as you see that I put my scissor already touching the side wall, and then I just have to use the special scissors. I'm using special scissors that we had some time ago with magnetic. You see, magnetic. And but you still can use just normal half moon scissors. So idea is that if you use these scissors only for fiber, I would recommend you to use it only for fiber, because we need very sharp scissors for this job.
And of course, you see the blade on the other side of the fiber, and that's how you know that when you cut, you will not cut the skin of the client.
Yep. So then you see that I'm going this way, and just one movement, and it's done. So The most important part is that we have to remove that little corners, this one. So
Oh,
then
okay.
we will prevent our product leaking to the sidewall. And I will use this beautiful tweezer just to open a bit, so then I can go and cut off that corners.
Can't you do that before you place the fiber? Well, no, because of course you cut the sidewalls sizing when it's on the finger.
Yeah, I have to tailor it only on the nail, unfortunately. So I will open this one a bit. Cut it.
And of course, we also use the fiber strip or the silk strip when we want to repair a crack in the natural nail.
And now I want just to, you see that I'm using the clean nail wipe,
Yeah?
just to be sure that everything stuck to the nail.
So there's no prep and wipe on that nail wipe.
Nope. And don't wash hands, because sometimes also when we had the classes and our models went after this to wash their hands, then of course we had problems.
Why are you cutting on the sides now?
Just a bit, because it was too much and it was touching the skin.
Ah, okay, you don't want it to touch the skin on the
Nope.
sides.
No, no. But on the same time, you see that here I don't have a nail.
Yeah?
So that means that my fiber has to be like continuation of the sidewall.
Of the natural sidewall.
Yeah, of the natural sidewall. Okay, and then when it's done, let's do next step with our magic. We are going to use again base and top.
Is it completely adhered on the surface of the nail? Because it seems like the back part is lifted up a little bit, or is that the reflection of the light? Oh, yes. I see that it's completely stuck to the surface of the nail.
Yeah, it's totally touching because it's self-adhesive, and that's why I removed sticky residue, because then self-adhesive strip can stick properly to the surface.
Okay. I've
Okay.
never seen this, so I'm so curious.
Okay. Don't use too much product, because we have to just apply and seal nail and stripe.
And while you do it, the nail bed is now completely transparent.
I will go to the lamp and then I will explain, because I have to work now fast. Otherwise, if I will not do it, then I have a chance that my sticky residue will go underneath the strip, and also it will start separating a bit. So
Oh.
that's why I want to cure it straight away right now. And while curing, then, sorry, what was the question, Pepijn?
I don't know. The question was that it completely becomes transparent, so that was more a remark.
Yeah, so it's transparent. I remember now the question. Why I apply it only on the nail and not on the free edge? Because then I have a chance when I have this more flexible free edge, when I apply my shape-its, then I have a chance just to connect it to the shape-its. Because otherwise, if it will be too hard, then I will, because it become a part of plastic, I will not be able to connect it with a raw layer that will have that I will have in shape-its inside.
Okay, so we repeat that also because I see a question of Gemma. That little piece of fiber, will she take this away? No, the little uncured part of the fiber mesh is actually sticking out of the nail, and it's flexible. And Natalia wants it to be flexible because Natalia is going to use to shape it, fill it with fiber gel, then apply it on the nail, cure it in this center part, but then turn it around and make sure that the fiber mesh becomes part of the structure of the fiber gel. And that makes it a super strong nail that can also be applied super thin.
Yes, and and now actually I would like to show to you the nails that we have and we are working to work today. And you see that this finger is index finger, and this finger is a ring finger. And you see that the nail bed is different.
Yeah.
So then the question is, what size of nail we have to make, like index or like ring finger? So normally the answer is that we have to measure actually the final length by the longer nail, otherwise our nail will look differently. So
Okay.
in case if you have different nail beds, then you have to choose the biggest nail, and then that will be the length of your final nail for your client.
Okay. Yeah. So take the biggest nail, that determines the length of the rest of the nails. I see that Krisha's nails are very curved. So is that a problem?
Yeah, it's not a problem, it's a challenge. So because you see that now we have very big curvature on both nails.
Mm-hmm.
So and before doing anything, I also have to think carefully how I'm going to get my result. Because if I will apply the shape it right now, then you see that I don't have actually much product on the apex area. That means that I have to move it a bit further away, and then on the same time that in this case I already covering perfectly the side wall and recreating the side wall. Then my product that will be inside of my shape, it will connect with fiber strip, and they both become this like the same plastic. And then when I will start filing, I will not have these strange parts that coming from the side.
Okay. Well, I think we all need to see this, but people are very excited about using the fiber strips. And Svia says this is genius. Well, our Natalia is a genius, so I'm super anxious to see how this will be a little bit later.
Yeah, so and now I'm going to use fiber gel ivory. You know that we have this super cool white gel. It's not totally white, but it's like porcelain white, very beautiful. And if you never tried this, I highly recommend it. And now let's prepare our nail for shape it. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going just to, I also can keep my sticky layer from cured base and top. So first I'm applying very thin layer of ivory.
Yeah? Oh, that's super thin. I cannot even see it.
It's like a sliding layer. And then I'm going to build up a bit lunula area towards natural apex. So,
Okay.
and you see that it's very high nail, so that means that I don't need too much product.
If you use this technique later on when the nails are finished, is there also a sticky layer underneath the free edge of the nail? It's a question.
So it still will be a bit of sticky residue, and we have to remove it anyway because yeah, this is just like physics of the gel. We will have this sticky residue anyway, less than from normal gel.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to check from the sides if it's enough. And I would say for this curvature, actually, that would be enough for me. And then I can go and cure in the lamp. And while I'm curing in the lamp product, I'm going to fill up the shape it. I already have chosen the shape it, and also I'm using almond. Just normal classic almond, ta-da! And you know that Krisha also has very curved nail, so that's why what I had to do, I had to a bit pinch. Can we go to the top shot? Yes. I had to pinch a bit the shape it before, just to be sure that the shape it totally will cover the nail.
Pre-pinching the shape it.
Yes, pre-pinching the shape it. So, and I'm going to make nail, like I already know that it will start from the 5. And I'm going to, no, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Then I'm going just to apply. And don't forget that we also have to pay attention on sides.
Yeah, because those are creating the side walls.
Yes, so that's maybe what you also can do first, just create the sides. and then fill up your product. It should not be too thick, but it has to be just even. Don't leave any empty
So an
places.
even layer of fibergel ivory.
Yeah. And now I'm going to cure it, and I can cure it with my flash cure light, or I also can put it in our normal twin light. So just, I also can feel if it's curing, because then my tip will become a bit hot. Then I will understand that, yeah, it started.
Oh, Elvisa is joining us all the way from Albania. That's
Okay.
nice to know, Elvisa. Well, hello, hello from here. And Mia Marie, hello. When you pre-pinch the shape it, does it come back to its original form or will it stay pinched, Natalia?
Okay, let's think logically. If we have already, we know that any gel actually will start shrinking. And if we have already a bit curved area, and we're applying here our gel, then obviously that it will stay the same. It will not get open. Right?
Yeah, so it stays in place. But after you finished working and you put the tips back in the box, will it then slowly return to its original shape or will it stay a little bit pre-pinched?
Actually, it will slightly go back to original shape. So then, and it's very flexible, and you will not break it. So then, you can try to pinch it, because I also have my own natural nail. They're very pinched, and I have to pinch them. Otherwise, I will have no chance actually to make nails for myself with Shape-its.
And Maggie is questioning, what is the brush that you're using, Natalia?
Oh, this is my favorite brush. It's Flower Brush Flat number 4. It's from the set, flower brush set. You can use it for building nails, and you can use it for one stroke. You see, you can use for both techniques.
Okay, but what did you make you choose this brush?
Because I like that flexibility of hair is very soft. And I'm using actually not big amount of quite not thick gel. Then it's easy for me to spread it in my Shape-it.
Okay, so let's see, because you're sitting there ready to go.
Yes. And so the first layer already done. And now I'm applying, again, I will not forget my sides. And actually, you see that it's already look like a place for the nail,
Yeah.
right? So, and now I just want to fade it slightly, because I know that my nail is very curved. And now I'm using my gel mainly as a glue.
Ah, okay. So first the shape and now the glue.
Yeah.
And this is enough.
I would say yes, but I would say yes, it's enough, because I have very curved nail. So
Okay.
then in this case, it should be okay.
And this is the ivory,
Yes.
because Gemma was asking that.
Yeah, it's ivory.
Okay, okay. So now we have to pay attention.
And now, God save me, I'm joking. Let's do it. So first I'm placing, and I'm not going too far away to the cuticle. Wait, second. I also want to check that it's totally straight. And and now I will ask Risha to help me with fixing.
We love our very helpful models.
Yes. Yay. Okay. And also, Krisha can feel when it started a bit like being hot, so it means that not yet.
When the nail is flatter, would you then use a little bit more gel? Is
Yeah,
a question of Peggy?
Yes, sure. If your nail is a bit more flatter, then you have to use a bit more gel. But before, you have to check what distance you have between your nail and also Shape-it. And always keep it in mind, so because then it depends how much product you will need. Okay, I'm
Okay.
turning this upside down.
So now we see the shape it upside down. We see the fiber mesh, which is now almost dissolved into the surface.
Yep. And also I'm holding from underneath.
Yeah, you're keeping the shape it in place.
Yep. And now I will take my brush detailer 3 because I need just a bit correction inside.
Only to make sure that the fiber mesh is completely part of the
Completely
artificial
cover
surface.
it, yes, completely cover it, and it became part of, oh, wait, too much, part of fiber gel.
But you see there's absolutely no seepage at all on the bottom.
Yeah, and also I can, yep. Okay. Maybe I put. So now, before going to the lamp, so and
Yeah.
also, wait. Because it's fiber gel, it's also very easy to make it looking perfect underneath. And then if it will be necessary to file from underneath, so you see that no leakage, everything is covered and everything is beautiful. Now, before going to lamp, I'm going to fix it first, and then I'm going to lamp for 1.5 minutes, okay?
Yeah. While you go in the light, I have some questions for you.
Yep.
First, let's do the questions. Elvira is asking and wondering if the shape it comes up during applying, is the shape it then too small?
So as I understand the question, once you're applying your shape it and it's going already slightly up.
No, when
Me?
it pops up.
Okay. So the question is how to choose the correct size for your shape-its. So idea is that it should not pop off. If it's already going off, so it means that it's too small. Then choose the size bigger.
Okay, and Peggy is saying that she really finds this an interesting workshop and she sees many different options. Gemma bought a new flash cure and is waiting for the new to be Shape It light that's coming. Laura is asking or checking with you. As I see, you keep your finger on the part that you don't want to cure. So when you apply the Shape It, you're protecting the part that you don't want to cure with your finger and your hand.
Actually, it's not because I want it, but it's also very good idea to keep it this way because then my product underneath of my thumb is not cured and then it's still possible to fix it, correct it. It's not cured and I just fix it. Yeah, so eventually the answer is yes. I keep my finger just to prevent free edge of curing. From curing.
Thank you, Laurence. That was a very well saw. And while this is curing, we're going to go to the homework for this week. I have to warn you, you get a little bit longer to create this homework because the homework is make 3 nails with this technique using the fiberglass strip, fiber gel, use the almond Shape-its and gel polish to make it a beautiful color overlay. So 3 nails that you have to do on the model or on your own hands. 3 full nails. And I understand this is quite a difficult technique. And we're going on vacation. So you don't have 1 week, you don't have 2 weeks. No, you have until the 4th of September. That is 5 weeks to upload your homework. 5 weeks to upload your homework. Do that using the link that you can find in the album called Fiber Nails. If anything needs improvement, of course, Jessica will contact you. And do not forget to submit your step-by-step photos. But 5 full weeks due to vacation. The prize that you can win is this amazing prize. The magnetic shoulder bag, the magnetic brush bag, which is totally new, both of them are new, and the new products that we're launching this week, the pit stop stamping plate for all of the lovers of Formula 1. In Holland, of course, the lovers of Max Verstappen. So we max out the nails of your clients using this stamping plate, and the 2 shocking pink gel polish must-haves, with and without glitter. So that's a beautiful prize, and that will be sent to you in the week of the 4th of September. In September, we have more new e-workshops waiting for you. Let's have a look. We start on the 4th of September with Jessica and her first part of her boot camp, and we will focus on fine lines. On Wednesday, September 11th, Deborah will join me with the new products that we're launching that weekend throughout the world. On Wednesday, the 18th, Katarina will be my guest, and we will go into the wondrous world of air nails. And we will end the month of September with Jessica, the second part of her 4-part bootcamp, and that is blend the colors. So a lot of beautiful things to do. The month of July is the month of Rubber Base, so you can still shop Rubber Base until we reach the end of the month. And in the month of August, the product of the month is blush gels. All with 20% discount. Contact your local distributor or your trainer for more information about how to purchase these amazing products. And I already mentioned it, this is the last e-workshop before the summer break, because we will be on vacation for the next 5 weeks. Well, we will not be on vacation, but you will all be on vacation for the next 5 weeks. Everybody is going on vacation, so we decided that we'll take a break on the Wednesday evenings, and we will see you again on the 4th of September. Put it in your schedules, make sure that you're there, because that's the first class of Jessica's bootcamp. For now, we go back to you, Natalia.
So I already, while Pepijn was explaining what you will have in the future, I already applied on index finger the same way, the base and little
Pre-apex.
Pre-apex area, so you can see it, and it's already cured. So, and now I'm just filling up my first layer in my shape it, and you see that always pay attention that it has to be as less as possible product in your so-called cuticle area. This one I'm going to cure with flash cure. You also can put it into the lamp.
And this is your base layer again?
Yeah, it's just first base layer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and also I can feel if it's become hot and I can feel it, then it means that I can apply second layer. So this is done. It's semi-transparent gel and it will cure super cool. And now I'm applying second layer. Oops, my brush is a bit funny. And remember that I have to make my index finger a bit longer. That's why I'm using almost till the end of my shapeheads. I will not forget my sides. And very thin layer in the cuticle area.
So that it is able to glue itself to the surface.
Yeah, exactly. And if we check our nail, can we have it from side view? Yeah, we see that actually, especially index finger, all people index finger have very curved, so that's why I have to maybe add here a bit more just to be sure that I will have enough product in this area.
Okay.
So, like this.
Okay.
And now, so Grisha, this is for you. And we are going to apply it. Yep.
And Laurence, she is protecting the product.
Yep. Okay, I think it's enough. No? No, okay. Done. Then I will turn it upside down. And then I see that here I still can connect
Yeah.
my strip with gel.
So you're now just pushing it a little bit downward.
Yeah. And if it's necessary, just with your separate brush, seal this strip, sorry. Wait, just a bit more because it's not, yeah, done. And it should not be too much product. It has to be just even product with no empty space. Because I'm going to apply on top of this gel polish and also top gel. So I will have my thickness anyway. And now to the lamp, 1.5 minutes.
Gemma is wondering how you think of a technique like this. How does it come to you using these products and the fiber strip, etc.? How do you think of this?
That's very interesting question because you know that these forms actually I was also testing them some time ago and I did not like them because I was confused that product just coming underneath and it's product that also can create allergy reaction and or you still have to file it off underneath, and if it's touching or leaking into the hyponychium, it's very sensitive area. So that's why I really did not like this idea using these shape aids forms. And then I was thinking, but hey, we have fiber strip, and if to use it, then actually we can prevent it. And on the same time, using fiber strip, we can make very thin structure, and on the same time, very strong and very flexible structure. Not very flexible, but still very strong, durable.
Yeah, because Elvira is also asking, I see that Natalia is using the fiber mesh. Is this because it's a lot stronger or does it have a different reason? Well, it is because it is a lot stronger, but it also will prevent seepage of the product from the shape it to under the natural nail. So that's a win-win situation. When I heard about this technique, I thought to myself, well, that's full circle, back to using fiberglass in a way that will protect the natural nail. So the best of all worlds put together. And Syriza says in the comments, well, that was a long story. Noemi is saying, hello everyone, hello Noemi. And Syriza says, no, this is the short version. Correct.
Okay, and now it's the moment that everybody loves, a click time. Let's remove our shape aids. Ta-da! Click. Ta-da! Click. And we have a nail.
Yeah.
So, important that we have totally removed sticky residue from the cuticle area and remove it towards yourself to prevent allergy reaction from your model or client. And now we are going to remove it from this area. And then I also can make like little tube. And just remove it from here and
Good
from
idea.
here. And it's done. And now it's time for filing. So
it looks like there's a lot of filing when you see it up from Topshop, but can we see side shot?
Yeah. So I will tell you what I'm going to file, so then you will see that it's not much filing. First of all, I'm going to make a shape because this area already connected to the nail, it will not lift.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to shape my nail together with lower arches. And then I just will remove this area, and that's it. So actually, it's not so much filing.
Can the people doing the homework use any of the shapes of shape-its for this, or does it have to be the almond shape-its?
So you can use almond or you can use square. It also depends actually on the shape that you want to create. Because if you want to create natural looking nail, this is usually almond or just classic square.
And can you also use the half salon shape-its?
Half salon shape-its, yeah, it's possible.
Okay, thank you. And is it possible to use power gel using this same technique?
Yeah, it's still possible, but then you have to be sure that you really understand how to control power gel, because power gel, like it's better to use when you are making bigger and longer nail. If you want to make shorter nail, I would advise you to use fiber gel.
And that brings me to another question. Can you also create very long nails with this technique?
I tried this, so the answer is yes, you can.
Yes, you can! Okay, well, let's have a look at how you file this.
Yes. So first, we trying, not trying actually. I have no sticky residue, and I have to separate skin.
Yeah, I
And
only see a little bit of raveltjes at the side, but besides that, it really is already almost finished.
yeah, it's that's idea also. It's good idea to work with shapes and with fiber stripes. So actually, you see that that's almost done. And now I want to show to you, because you experienced already, how to file the nail that all your nails will look the same. So I'll start with filing with like that,
Mhm.
and only on the end I will go to one side and to another side.
So you're first filing both sides of the lower arch lines by holding the file flat underneath, and then when you're almost there, you connect it on one side.
One side and another side. Then all your nail will look the same.
Good tip. Is this 180 grit?
Yeah, it's 180. So, and I still see here just little, but now I'm not touching this. Next, my step, I just want to remove this, I don't know how to say it, ridge. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
a brim.
ridge.
Yeah, a ridge.
So, and it's really very soft because we don't use too much product. Then you see that it's filing fast and quick, and it's almost done. You can use electric file for that, or you can do it with file.
Okay, and of course you have to remove the shine of all the nail.
Yeah, that will be next step.
Is that always necessary?
You can remove the shine from the nail with your white block or with buffer 340, as I going to use to do now, or you just can use just file it and then use primer to be sure that you will have a good connection with your next layer of gel polish. So, okay. And I also want to check if I like the surface. Maybe I just want to file slightly here, just to make it more softer connection.
Mm-hmm.
And another trick and tip, because you know that I applied my tip not to the cuticle, but a bit further away, I always will have a bit bulky sides on these parts.
Yeah.
Be sure that you file it here just a bit, not much, but just like remove this bulky part.
Yeah, but just be careful that you do not conflict with the lower arch or the stress point of the natural nail.
Stress point, you see that we should not touch stress point, it's here. But that, it's like, yeah, like you are removing.
And Peggy is asking or wondering, don't you see any loose fiber particles, or do you get everything nicely away by filing?
Normally, like here, I still have slightly a bit, but I still will remove it, but you see that it's not so much.
Mm-hmm.
And now actually it's already gone because I just removed the part that did not touch before their product. Once fiber strip touching the product, that it's not free anymore, and then you can touch it, you can file it, and then you will not have these leftovers from the fiber.
Okay, I don't really understand.
Okay, so normally when we have fiber strip and it's not attached to the product, then you have a problem with filing because it's
Yeah.
not become part of the nail. But if it's touched and covered totally with product, then you are filing it and you don't see it and you don't feel it.
Yeah, because of when you file the gel away, it automatically files away the fiber strip and seals it in so that you don't have any part sticking out.
Yep.
Thank you, Natalia, for that explanation. Aleid also says, yes, tips and tricks from Natalia, they are always the best. And Elvira is wondering, so you always have to use bond before you use gel polish? Well, that's not necessary. You can also use a buffed surface. But in doubt, when the surface is very smooth or when you work on acrylic, always use bond.
Yep. And also, just to be sure that I have a good line, I will use
Sapphire file?
Sapphire file, just to be sure that I have straight side. Okay, and now it's time for buffing, and I'm going to use 340. Remember that this is buffing, it's not filing. Just be sure that you are removing only the shiny surface and that's it. Don't overfile it because you can ruin the structure. And we already have good structure, right?
Yeah, and of course you're going to repeat this also on the other nails.
Yep.
On the other nail.
Yep. Brush. You see that I'm using this brush?
Yes, the mask brush.
Yes, but I like to use it.
Oh, so fashionable.
Yes, TDD and soft. Okay, so and now just a bit in the cuticle area and it's done. Because we still have to seal product in the cuticle area. And then I'm going to another nail to finish that one.
Gemma is using the sapphire file a lot in her salon because, of course, Gemma is also part of the competition team, and there the use of the sapphire file is very important to get those perfect straight lines and that perfect lower arch. I know I've been there. Before I did competition, I never used a sapphire file, and since then, I love the sapphire file. Natalia also loves the sapphire file just to bring it to perfection. The second nail.
Yes.
You're doing the exact same steps?
Everything is the same.
Okay.
So, the same. Shape it. Shape it this area. Don't press too much. And slightly connect only on the end, one side, another side. Shape it from the top and remove the ridge.
Yeah, making sure that everything is nice and smooth. Of course, the ridge would be very difficult to fix with only gel polish because you would be able to see it, and we don't want to see it, of course.
Yeah.
And when you work in a full set, you will do all of this simultaneously or one step after another.
Is it a question?
No, it's a remark.
Okay. Sorry.
Now, people are watching what you're doing and learning a lot.
So, and then I will do cuticle. Apex I'm not touching. Remember that because I applied my shape it a bit lower, I have to remove these cheeks. I don't know how to call it. Sides, cheeks.
The side bellies of the nail.
Yeah. Then our nail will not look bulky. Then I
Do you
also,
use the same steps as when you file a square nail?
yes, exactly.
Okay, so that was a question of Sylvia.
Yep.
And Laurence is asking, is it possible to repair a cracked nail in this specific way?
Yes, absolutely. So if you have a cracked nail, but again, you know, first of all, we have to see cracked nail. If your cracked nail is still bleeding, then maybe it's better to wait until the blood will stop, and then when it's done, then of course you can do it. Yep.
Well, while you're finishing up and just detail this to perfection, I'm going to talk about a few new products. But before we do that, first, of course, the Selfies from Holland, because that was our most recent collection of gel polishes. I still love those colors. And Selfies from Holland. Who doesn't go on vacations and make selfies in special places for themselves? Well, if you've been to Holland, these are the places that you want to use, where you want to create your own Selfies from Holland. One of those colors was, of course, Go Orange, and that was very suitable for the whole European Championship soccer. I'm more a Eurovision person, as you may notice, but that's a whole different story. Natalia, how far along are you? Are you ready to finish these nails to perfection?
Yeah, so I just preparing everything for just a little touch for the new color application, and then we can do it.
Okay, well, new color application. You say new color. Yes, I have some new products for you. One of these products is a new stamping plate, a Formula One, which you can see here now, Formula One by Magnetic, inspired by the Formula One races, and also because our very own Dutch hero Max Verstappen will participate in the races in Zandvoort. We made this special stamping plate, and we even hit one of our colleagues, and she's wild enthusiastic about the Formula One and racing, and we hit her in the stamping plate. You can see her on her back, and she's there hurraying Max going over the finish. So the stamping plate available from today. If you want this, of course, contact your local distributor and you'll be able to purchase this. But I'm also launching two new must-have colors, the Shocking Pink and the Shocking Pink Glitter. Here you can see them available from the 1st of August. And these colors, or this color, the Shocking Pink, is the color that Natalia will use so that you can see it. But this is really the color of middle summer, hot pink, shocking pink, just shock everybody and show the colors you have. Natalia, you have it there and you can show it to us.
Okay, so let's apply our product, and I already have it on the paper palette. Yeah. And on index finger, I want to apply shocking pink glitter. But first of all, you have to shake your bottle very nicely. But very first, what I will do, I will use normal shocking pink. as a base layer.
And you're using the triangle brush for gel polish. I love that brush for the first application.
From the moment, Pepijn, you told me try to use this brush, first I was looking at this brush like, oh, but how? And it's so easy and so perfect to apply gel polish with this brush, because then you know that you can go really very close to your sidewalls, to your cuticle, and then you can have a perfect application.
Well, that was before Corona. And that was, I think, the first time that you, Gillian, and I were filming educational videos for the Magnetic Nail Academy. And we had the triangle brush, and I'm still using the triangle brush also, because I get the best gel polish application. So I'm really appreciative of you showing this.
Yeah, because it's really super cool brush. And you see that now I'm just creating like a border layer. Then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds, and I will continue with next layer. So, just 30 seconds, and we're going to the color.
And Michaela says, this brush is so wonderful. Robert Stefan is a little bit late because he had to finish your last client for the evening, but I'm still happy that you're here. I love Selfies from Holland, and special because it was a gift for her homework, Laurence says, from France. And there was also a question from Irma. Can I also use the fiber for a toenail correction using dual forms? I think you can do that. I also said that in the comments. Of course, the big toe is a little bit wide to use for with the dual forms. Then you would have to use both sides, so you have to apply the form twice. But Srisa is already asking for before and after photos. Let me see, Elvira is using the triangle brush, especially for the French manicure. And Barbara says, that was the first brush I won at Magnetic, Barbara van Eikenhorst. That's a long time ago, Barbara. So, yeah.
And now the color itself. So, we already applied very thin layer of the first layer of color, and now
Beautiful. It is really so shockingly pink that the camera almost is not able to film it.
And try not to use too much movements, and keep your brush totally parallel to the nail. And then, pew, we have a nail. Oh, sorry.
This is really Natalia. She gets overly enthusiastic and very self-confident.
And then, poof.
And then, poof, something happens.
Yay. Okay, to the lamp. Yeah. And so on the ring finger, I already applied the shocking pink with no glitter, and on index finger we have one layer with shocking pink with no glitter, but second layer will be with glitter.
I love glitter, but I love this shocking pink as well. If I would go on holidays, or I would be back from holidays, I would like to extend my holidays with my shocking pink nails.
And now time for glitter.
Elvira is asking which color is this, but this is the new must-have set, shocking pink. Oh,
That's
love
already
it.
looks super cool. And it's very easy to apply. And it looks shocking beautiful. Ta-da!
Well, if this is not representing hot summer, I don't know anymore.
Go to the lamp. And then top gel.
Super easy. Well, that's fast. Homework for Natalia, of course. The homework for this week, or these 5 weeks actually, because we will back on the 4th of September, is create 3 nails using the fiberglass strip, fiber gel, preferably the almond Shape-its, and gel polish. So actually make 3 nails like Natalia showed you this evening. Do that and you'll have 5 weeks to complete your homework. Isn't that amazing? That's because we're going on vacation. or you are all going on vacation. So the deadline is set on the 4th of September. That brings up a point, because of course next week you have to get the winners of Elena Galiciuk challenge, the Bordini nails. And for that Gil and I will make a special video and we will upload that at 8 o'clock next Wednesday, and I will tell all of you who the winners are of Elena's Bordini challenge. So don't be sad, I will tell you the winners exactly when you expect that next week at 8 o'clock. But going back to this challenge, you have 5 weeks to complete this, and that, of course, means that you have to be done on the 4th of September. Well, that should be doable. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album called Fiber Nails. If anything needs improvement, Jessica will contact you and you get another chance to participate, but do not forget to submit your step-by-step photos, but not more than 4. If you do that, you will receive your e-certificate, but you also have a chance to win this beautiful prize consisting of the shoulder bag in black patent, the brush bag, which is new in our assortment, the stamping plate Formula 1, and the shocking pink glitter gel polish must-haves. So this is a very suitable prize for this evening. I just miss a box of Shape-Its, but perhaps Santa Claus will add that to it. Yeah, exactly. Put it in the bag. Anywho, I see that Natalia is sitting there waiting for us.
Yeah, so and I would say that this is really super cool price. So and bag and brush bag and new colors and even some little gift for some Santa Claus. Hey, you definitely have to try to compete for that. Do it, okay? And show to me your super cool result. And now it's time for Top Gel. Easy peasy, come on. And I'm using the same brush
You
because
just cleaned it in between.
yeah, clean it between, of course. And now I just want to apply a very thin layer, again, less like a Bordini layer. Hello, Elena, like a boring layer. And now it's time for Top Gel. And Top Gel, I'm applying in the cuticle first, and then one side, another side, and right in the middle. Then turn it upside down, wait a couple of seconds, and then go to the lamp. And when I do it, then I will show to you how to fix that side. Okay, check if it's nice. And also, it's always happening that when you turn it upside down, you always will have little bump here on the edge.
Yeah.
Just pull it towards yourself, then you will not have it, and cure it.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was an easy Top Gel application. So a question from Elvisa. If you do not have the fiber mesh, can you use something else? You could use the silk mesh, but fiber mesh or silk mesh, whatever you choose, is essential for this technique and this homework. But you have 5 weeks. So Elvisa, you can just go to Weird and just get the fiber parts, because it will really make super thin nails that are super strong. So it's a really cool way to create nails on your clients. So I bet you will use it. If not for this application, then to repair cracks in a natural nail. Awesome, the pink Magda says. And Sylvia is asking you if you're not using the flower brush this time, Natalia Gritsenka Magnetic.
No, this time I'm not using the flower brush, which also you can use, but I'm using the same triangle brush. And I do the same. First, just like porting layer, because then it's easy for you to spread product as close to skin as possible. And then just with just a bit to the cuticle, push it to the cuticle, then one side, another side, and in the middle. Don't make too much movements. Turn it upside down. Wait a bit. Turn it back. Just check. And now cure 30 seconds.
Cool. Cool. Well, I never expected this to be possible with the fiber mesh. the fiber strip and the Shape It, but it was a technique thought of by Natalia together with Cerisa when we started the whole Shape It project and the Shape It educational project. That all came together in this nail, and we wanted to show you this as a way to do the nails of your clients or to teach your students as an equivalent to super thin, durable, strong nails. Silk strips are a little bit more difficult, says Aleid. I think I agree with you. That was a comment, of course, to Elvisa, but the fiber strips are super easy to use. And, as I said, they are great to repair a crack in a natural nail. If you ever want to know more how to do the perfect reparation of repair of a crack in a natural nail, do not hesitate to contact Ingeborg Mensonides for her help with that, because that is really her specialty. Ingeborg, the trainer in magnetic that is responsible, that has been with May the longest of all of us. It was an interesting lesson, Laurent says. Love this color, says Camille. And stunning, says Lydie. Michaela Strung says super nails, super workshop with a little heart. So everybody is very excited about it and happy with it. Are you already cured?
Yes, we're cured, and now it's time to see what's going underneath of the nail. Yeah. So we see that because of the, we still can see just little side of natural nail that I'm going to remove now with my bit. It's
and that's the Shape It bit, the shaper bit.
Precision shaper bit, and that's really super cool one. If you still don't have it, then you definitely should have it.
And it's available in medium and in fine. And it's made specifically for the ridge on top of the nail or to clean underneath the nail. So, and what is the RPM that you're going to use?
I'm going to use like approximately 20, 25.
So medium high RPM.
Yeah. And
be careful of your head. Oh no, we can see it this way.
Yeah.
Very nice and thin nail.
And it's very strong nail. And also, you know that my colleague Krisha, she is a very active person. And and she's wearing these nails with no problem at all for 3-4 weeks, with no problem of breaking. Okay.
Noemi says that she also finds this bit very beautiful.
Yeah, this is super cool bit, by the way. And now let's remove all dust. And
I have a question from Israel. Why didn't you do this before you applied the gel polish?
Because I knew already that I have just very little, like it's not so much work for filing, so that's why I just did it after.
Okay, and Sylvia is asking, can you use this technique also with a client that does not have a free edge?
Yes, actually, if your client has no free edge or your client is a biter, then I highly would recommend to use fiber strip. Yes, sure. Okay, remove the dust. And I'm going to seal this nail with matte top coat.
Okay.
I really like matte top coat because it also gives more natural look.
But of course you have to be careful not to touch the hyponychium.
No.
Because matte top coat, extreme matte top gel, when it goes in the light, can have a little heat spike of 1 second, and that would be uncomfortable when it touches the hyponychium of the natural nail.
Yeah. So first I just will put little drop, and then I will spread it inside with my detailer brush number 1.
And Laurence is asking, can we use this fiber also when we just reinforce the natural nails?
Yes, of course. This is actually, it's made for that.
Yeah, it was made for the natural nail.
Yeah.
Natalie from Veteran says it's very nice to see you again. It was way too long ago.
Oh, it's so nice to be here again, really. It's fun. And I'm correcting So I just put just a bit product inside and then correcting everything with detailer brush.
Is it necessary to seal the underneath of the nail? Is a question of Elvira.
So I would say that yes, it's better to seal it because then it looks more tidier, even you filed, so then it looks more natural and more comfortable. Yeah, do it.
Okay, well, that was a clear answer. Do it. Of course, if you don't need to file anything underneath the natural nail, it's not necessary because you need to seal something. So there needs to be something done before you can seal it. What's the reason for the top underneath? Just to seal it, make it beautiful, very comfortable, and just finish it to perfection. Thank you, Natalia. You're the best magnetic Yerevan. Armine is saying, well, Armine, you are also the best, of course. Simply the best is one of our magnetic slogans, when we are together. And that's because it's a favorite anthem of Melian.
And now it's, I promise, the final touch. We are going just slightly to correct the shape. Yeah. And I'm going to use for that 340 buffer. Then after this, our shape will look, the nail will look really very, very sharp. And if it's necessary, we still can go with diamond. And that's it.
And you can prepare for the screenshot moment.
Yes, and we have been preparing for this demo, so we have the hand.
But perhaps you need to clean it with a little moist towel?
Yep.
Just for that beautiful shine. I think we've all been used to that, of course, because Prep and Wipe can dehydrate the nail bed and the surrounding skin a little bit, which is good because you want to remove all oils and residues before you apply any artificial product on it. But to counteract that, we want to use a baby wipe or a moist towel or wash our hands just to give a nice healthy sheen to the skin of the hands. Peggy was asking because her husband disturbed her. She didn't hear it, but what did you do with the underneath? Well, Peggy, Natalia used extreme matte top gel. First, she cleaned the underneath of the nail using the shaper bit, and then removed the dust and used extreme matte top gel just to clean the underneath and to seal everything so that it's nice and the little dots on the eye. Extreme matte. So beautiful, Natalia, says Teresa. Don't you get lifting doing this? Doing what, Marja? What? When? How? Do you do? Tell me, and I will ask Natalia. So the extreme matte, and oh, never. Magda says never, never. You get never lifting. No.
Okay, and that's actually our result that we have. Maybe we can do it from the side. So we're using, right.
And then you angle your hand a little bit. Yes, that's nice.
And then I will, oh, yay!
And shall I zoom out a little bit?
Yeah, just a bit. This is already the picture.
No, I have to zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
And it's not doing anything because I think I did the wrong one.
Okay.
Gillian will come to help us with the side shot because my remote control is not working. I don't understand why, because it should be working. But of course, here's the man.
Ta-bam.
Yeah, that gives you a little bit more space to play with. Yeah, just make sure everything is correct for our screenshot moment.
Yay.
So beautiful thin nails used, made with fiber strips, fiber gel, Shape-its in almond shape, and of course the new shocking pink gel polish by Magnetic. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, screenshot.
Woohoo!
Very nice. And can you show us the underneath? How does it look now?
Yes, now, can I do it from here?
1 second.
Yes. And underneath, you see that everything is clean.
Yeah, very clean, very soft
And because
and thin.
and because I have been using, look how thin it is. And because I have been using matte, it also look clean and not shiny. And also, can you just, yoo-hoo!
They're very strong, they're very hard, because fiberglass, of course, really hardens and strengthens the nail. Well, Natalia, that is perfectly on time with a different way to use Shape-its, fiber strips, and the fiber gel. So, did you enjoy yourself this evening?
Yeah, absolutely. Call us again. Yeah, so thank you very much for your questions and thank you very much for watching us today. And honestly to say, I enjoyed it and it was cool to be here. And it would be nice to be here again.
And of course you will be here again. But for now, we will be back on the 4th of September with the first class of Jessica's bootcamp about fine lines. And that means that for the next 5 weeks, we will not be here. Except for next week at 8 o'clock, because then I will announce the winners of Elena Galiciuk Bordini Challenge in the group, so then you know who's going to expect their prizes. Because of course we cannot forget about that wonderful workshop. I want to thank all of you for watching Nail Talk Live, the e-workshops on the Wednesday evenings. I know a lot of you also watch this in the repeat or a little bit later in the week, or perhaps with one of the voiceovers in Italian, Spanish, German or French that we upload on Fridays, so that we make the nails of the language of nails universal for nail technicians throughout Europe. I also want to thank our distributors for taking the time and effort to translating everything into the languages that they represent. Armine for Armenia, Bianca, of course, Bianca Freigang for Germany. Of course, Sabine, often for the French market, and also likewise, tonight we had some Israeli viewers. So the world of Magnetic always comes together on the Monday evenings and the Wednesday evenings. But for now, we take a little break of 5 weeks, just recharging. And I want to wish all of you the merriest of holidays. Great, not Christmas, but summer vacations. I hope you will enjoy yourself, that you will enjoy the company of your friends, and you will enjoy the sun somewhere in Europe. I hope it will come finally also here to Holland. And I want to thank you for all of your support. But if you ever have any questions, or if you are interested in becoming a distributor or a magnetic trainer, send an send an email to info@magneticnaildesign.com and I will contact you and will help you further. Don't hesitate, because you can also contact me on Facebook Messenger directly and I will help you. Just don't use Instagram Messenger, because I don't check that. Natalia, once more, thank you, and also thank you to our model Chrisje for coming here all the way from Weert.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Krisha, and thank you, Papain, and thank you for our dear watchers and our colleagues. So it was a huge pleasure, and I wish you a very nice evening.
Of course, I also want to thank Gillian once more, because of him, I'm able to do this together with you, and I want to thank you for being here on all of these evenings. We will see you soon, but not so very soon, on the 4th of September. Until that moment, you know where to find us, me and Magnetic Nail Design, and see you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.